Guys and dolls. So the live tonight will be at 6:30 because Paul Thorpe's doing a live tonight. So I want to get my live in before his, and then he's going to jump onto his live. Um, just rented. My mother-in-law's. Katie's away to the horse. Everybody's away. I'm on my own with baby and the dogs. And just watched the Nigel Farage's thing there. I might cover it tomorrow. Like Nigel Farage's getting interviewed by Sky News in Australia. 2 seconds, I'll just dig it up for you guys. Welcome back, everyone. Now, today I'm delighted our Paul on. A very special guest to the show. He's a former MEP and the former leader. 2 seconds, guys. Let's try and get this back again so I can tell you what to watch. Right, so it's called We're Going Downhill. Nigel Farage discusses the state of whatever, you know what I mean? Sky News Australia. Sky News Australia. Give it a watch. See if you can spot the narcissism. Nothing about Tommy Robinson. Obviously, when Nigel Farage now gets interviewed, he'll only do the interview if they don't talk about Tommy Robinson or they don't ask about Tommy Robinson. So really, Nigel was silencing even Tommy Robinson getting spoke about, and that's I watch Sky News Australia, and they love Tommy Robinson. Well, they're not against him. I'm not going to say that because I don't really know that, guys. You know what I mean? But they're not against Tommy Robinson. You know what I mean? The bits and pieces that I pick up here and there. But yeah, it's very interesting. Very interesting. I would commend you all. I would recommend you all watch everything that man says. He is your future leader. He's the man who's going to be the next leader of Great Britain. So I would pay close attention to everything he says and the way he says it. And I would also want you to pay attention to what he doesn't say. There's two things you'll find with a lot of these interviews, or the interviews that he will do, because he won't just do an interview with anybody. He will make sure they don't ask about deportation, and he will make sure they don't ask about Tommy Robinson. Now, you got to ask yourself, why is that? Everything's in front of you. Everything's plain for you to see. He's going to say just the right things to get you all excited. He is he's wanting to be leader. Nigel Farage can't give an interview without talking about himself. That's a narcissist. Why would you even spend time in an interview to start talking about you and giving all that big stupid smile and how you came back and Brexit and all that? You know what I mean? No. Not when you're going to be a Prime Minister, not when our country's in the state it's in. You should be there just ripping the Labour Party. He has done a wee bit there, but like I say, he does enough. Of course he'll do enough, but he could do a lot more. What would I do? What would I say? What would you say if you were being interviewed by this person? That's what you got to ask yourself. What would everybody else, what would every patriot in this country, what would they talk about in an interview with anybody? This is why I say, guys, you've got to pay close attention to what people aren't saying, okay? Because it's okay them saying, yeah, we've got a problem with immigration, yeah, it's crime's going through the roof, yeah, it was the Tories that let them all in, but the Labour started it. It's all stuff that we know. We all know this. This is what you're going to get. You're going to get the same stuff coming over and over again, everything that we know, the Manchester too, that, didn't get charged for ages, it'll be all everything that is common knowledge and everything that's safe to talk about. He will talk about two-tier. He'll cover that, and you'll be like, "Yeah, somebody talking about two-tier." We're all talking about two-tier. Everybody on YouTube's talking about two-tier. Everywhere, every platform, people are talking about two-tier. He's not saying anything risky. We're the ones saying the risky stuff. All the YouTubers. This is a politician about to be Prime Minister, and he can't even fucking talk about Tommy Robinson. Hear you mean, guys? Really, yeah. If anybody ever gets a chance, ask him, will he be deporting and how many does he expect to deport? Because he's wanting to deport one and bring one in, It doesn't make any sense to me, Questions I would be asking Nigel Farage, are you going to deport all these criminals that have come into the country, the thousands upon thousands, millions that have come into the country? Because we're talking the next 4 years. From if it was me, I'd be saying from this moment on, anybody coming in here right now, they're definitely gone. So if you come into this country after this date, when I get into power, you're all gone. Does that make sense? That would stop a few people coming with it. Not many, but it would still stop. And that's a kind of conviction that you know you can't come back from. You can't, he's got to go with that. Uh, these are men are breaking into our country. What's the problem? They're coming in illegally. They're committing a crime as soon as they walk across the border. Um, it's not an issue deporting illegal immigrants that are breaking into your country, that don't have ID because they threw it away in the sea. You know what I mean? Yeah, there's a couple of things that just don't sit right with me. You know what I mean? And nobody's asking them questions. Are you going to deport? How many people are going? How are you going to deport them? Because that's what people want to know. We want to know, how do we stop the changes in 40 years' time? That's what I want to know. I want to know that today for my daughter. That's what we all want to know. You just want to know before you go that your grandkids are going to be okay. Do you not? Why is nobody asking them questions, guys? See you at 6:30, live in Freedom Dads, and God bless every single one of you.